What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell?
You know, I can't. I'm trying to think of like new and interesting ways to open the show rather than hi and greetings and salutations and all that. And I fucking got I blanked. Okay, I fucking blanked.
I got an opening.
Go for it.
Hi, I'm TJ. That's Sean. This is the What the Hell podcast. Minus one big giant dipshit. Hit the music.
Oh man, that's funny. I might actually have to cut that up and put the music after you say hit the music that time. The Magnificent Jackass is absent again. I think he forgot to take
Shocker.
his Geritol. I think he forgot to take his Geritol now that he's over 50. That's right. We can talk all the shit we want. You're not here to defend yourself. Shouldn't talk shit. I'm over 52.
Yeah, well, I'm pushing 40, so I can't say shit.
Right. Oh man, how the fuck are you? How's the hand?
Still swollen as hell, but it's not black and blue anymore, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's an improvement. Take the little wins.
I don't know if we covered this on the podcast. I slammed it in a car door.
Yeah, we talked about
it
last
hurts. Time. Okay, I can't remember.
Yeah, that sucked. That had to suck. How's your week been other than that?
I'm standard run of the mill week, you know. Work, come home, dinner, dick around, go to sleep, repeat.
Adulthood.
Could be worse.
Yeah, it absolutely could be. I had a pretty normal run of the mill week. Worked, didn't do much. That's not true. I did, as we talked about before the recording started, did go and saw Disturbed in concert Thursday night, which was awesome.
Got a show.
They it's the second time I've seen them live, but they never fucking put on a bad show. Fucking just killer. So definitely enjoyed that. Went and saw another, I saw this again before we got a recording. Saw a Kiss cover / tribute band with a buddy last night, which was okay. Wasn't great, but it wasn't a train wreck either. But like I say, like Gene, the guy that was doing Gene, was tiny. he's a toothpick.
Well, yeah,
he definitely had the voice. He could definitely oh yeah. He had
that
down.
Yeah.
He had that down, and it pulled off, got a thunder. His blood spitting was a little weak. At that point, they did it all through recording. He turned his bass down. He didn't actually play it.
Well, and here's the thing, right? You have to go in there remembering this is a tribute cover band. So, and you've seen actual Kiss live.
Oh yeah.
And I understand they're trying to do the same thing. You can't hold them to the Kiss standard, though.
No, you can't. You definitely can't.
So
but
it's like the blood spitting's a little weak, yeah. But I mean, you kind of go, yeah, I kind of expect that.
Yeah. It was a buddy of mine got me a ticket because I got him ticket to Disturb, so it was free. So really, I can't bitch. So
well, I mean, not a bad way to spend a Saturday night.
No. Run of the mill week. After we get done here, I'm gonna get in the car and go out and see the grandkids for a little while. So that'll be awesome.
That'll be fun.
Yup. And then I work Monday, and then I'm on vacation, quote unquote. I'm not calling vacation. I'm PTO. The rest of the week.
Just call it leave. You're on leave.
With the wife having surgery Tuesday. So
yeah.
That has been my week and my plans for the upcoming week. Nothing too crazy. So
I mean, yeah, I mean, my plans for the upcoming week are just about the same. Go to work. The only thing that's going to change that I'm really excited about is the Pat McAfee show comes back tomorrow, which means my routine is completely back to normal. Hell yes.
I've been watching. I I have mixed feelings. I've been watching the Halo series on Paramount Plus, and
Don't compare it to the games.
no, you can't. You absolutely cannot. I mean, you can't not compare it to the games, but when what we found out in the season one and episode one was, yeah, he's taking the armor off, he's taking the fucking helmet off, right?
Yeah,
Which,
yeah, and at some point, like the backlash, the nerd backlash online
yeah,
got so heavy that I was just like, "Oh my God, shut the fuck
yeah,
up."
you can't. There would be no way. I understand the nerd backlash because part of me was like, no, that's bullshit too. But in filmmaking, television, whatever, there would be no way to do a good adaptation without humanizing Master Chief a little bit.
And to everybody, like, it's not like the games. Yeah, you're right. It's not like the games. It's not the game. It's a TV show. It's different.
Yeah.
It's okay to be different. It's along the same lines,
Yeah.
still in the same universe. It's just
They're
not fucking to the letter of the game.
and they're
Just
and they're
because, just
yeah, they're doing a decent job with it. I like the guy that's playing Master Chief. He's fucking huge. I mean, he's cut. Um, the CGI for the Covenant and all that's pretty good, and just take it for what it is. It's a science fiction fucking TV series. It's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not fucking horrible. So,
yeah,
um,
well, okay. And to everybody out there that disagrees, and I understand you're entitled to your opinion, but I will say this: if you want the story in the games,
play
go
the
play the
games,
games again.
or go to YouTube and they've put all the cutscenes together to make
Uh,
the movie.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you could find like all three games just cut together, all
Yeah,
the cutscenes.
100%. So it's not bad. I mean, I I get it. There's it's no different than the Star Wars backlash or Star Trek backlash or Marvel backlash or whatever. Okay, and I'll be the first person to admit it because they fucking announced the new Superman is shooting now, and there's been some behind the scenes pictures of the suit. There's no official. There's a picture of the logo that's out there that's official, but there's some sneak shots of the suit that came out, and I will say it's fucking. I think it's horrible. Just me.
I see. I haven't seen it, but going off on kind of a tangent along the same lines because you did mention Marvel. Is it me, or are they just in a downward spiral right now?
Um, I think it's definitely not what it was. Um, but I also think we're in that lull where COVID kind of fucked everything up. And
See, I see. I beg to differ. I see what I think. Like after the final Avengers, they should have given just Marvel itself, the whole entire entity, a chance to breathe for a second. And I
yeah,
understand there's money on the table, but then it came a bunch of spin-off movies, and then you started releasing shows on Disney Plus, and to me they oversaturated, and they oversaturated to the point where it was just not good product anymore. Like,
I think they got too big. I was gonna try and find this suit. I'll just text it to you later. I could find it
yeah,
easy yesterday. Um, I think they got too ambitious with some of the off the wall, like the response to Guardians of the Galaxy, which most people had no idea of that comic and that group of heroes or people, whatever you want to call them. I think the
Yes, but
response
it's
to that
still
was, and then you came out, rather than keeping up with the big guns, you're like, oh well, let's do Ant-Man, and then and they had the big focus on being able to build up to Infinity Saga, but then there's really, and I know they're trying to go there with this Kang thing, but that made a lot of sense because you could do it and then build it, and right now you can't, and what's come out since seems random. It
more like
seems
and here's the thing, and this is what boggles my mind. This is like my head scratcher, right? Is because Marvel is Marvel. Marvel has been in the comic book industry and had control of these characters for ever since I can remember.
yep,
So, and like they hit hard on Iron Man and Thor and all that. Like the first run, and starting with Iron Man 1 all the way to the final Avengers. Like just banger after banger after banger. And yeah, there were some misses in there and some people didn't like some stuff, but like if you just go watch that saga all the way through, it's fucking top notch.
yeah,
So then they start introducing characters and they're not mainstream characters. And the thing about that is like, as far as comic books go, like people like you and me, they probably know about those characters.
yeah,
Like John Doe ain't gonna know who the fuck WandaVision or any of those people are.
true,
So you started trying to introduce all these secondary characters. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. Like I know you tried to make them like the primary story, but
yep,
they're literally like a secondary superhero compared to like your big
yeah,
money makers.
yeah, and so they did that, and then they kept it up, right? So they threw out this response with Guardians, right? And then like they threw out Eternals. Like,
Mhm.
okay, wait a minute. No one, even I was like, okay, who the fuck is that? Um, you know, and then the whole deal with Jonathan Majors and what he's convicted of now, um, and all that shit, right? I don't know. And the thing is, and I think kind of like I saw the Marvels, it's okay, wasn't great. Um, I th- you
Well,
know I think to your point, what's going on now is because I don't even know what's coming. I think they're pumping the brakes, trying to figure out, okay, how do we write the shit, because it has gone a certain degree.
well, well, yeah, because I'm at the point now where it just feels like they are sitting over there going, just slap Marvel on it, they'll make money.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if it's shitty or not.
All right. So obviously you've got the Henry Cavill Superman, right?
Uh-huh.
I I'm pretty. It hasn't been debunked, but it hasn't been verified. But as of right now, this is the new suit. Note that the cape barely goes to his knees.
Yeah, I mean, let's get something official before we freak out.
So that's absolutely is. There's an official.
Okay, you are echoing like a motherfucker.
I don't know what's going on there. This is the only official. God damn it! Of course, after it still that's been put out. So it's definitely the logo. That's was put out by the director. So anyway, we shall see, right? It's the guy that did Guardians. He's doing it. I don't hear
See?
an echo.
I do. And are your computer speakers up?
Uh, how about now?
Yes, still. Like you were echoing earlier before we started,
Uh,
and then it stopped. So I was like, all
yeah,
right, we're good. But then it just started again.
I think it's only on your end, which is weird. I've got the echo thing down on my board. Hmm.
I don't even have my board plugged in, so
Ah. Well, if you could put up with it, hopefully it'll rectify itself. But yeah, I turned the speakers down because I had those up for the video we are watching, but you know. All right. Say that now that we derailed everything. Why don't you
that's
intro
oh, I was going to say derailing everything. That's standard operating procedure around here.
right? Why don't you intro the topic? It was kind of your idea. Go for it.
So, and hopefully next week, if the dumbass decides to show up, we'll talk about the video that inspired this topic.
That's magnificent jackass to you.
But what are your dumb meals? And when I say dumb meals, I just mean it doesn't have to be like a struggle meal or anything like that, but it's delicious, gets the job done, it fills you up. But if someone saw you making it, they'd go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh man. Um it's been a minute. Go ahead.
I'll go first.
Yeah, to throw one out there.
So, just to prove that I am still kind of 8 years old mentally, I still do. I will do. I will get the microwave cup of Velveeta shells and cheese. I'll make that. I'll make a hot dog. I'll cut it up, put it in there, and then, mix it up, take a bite. But before every bite, ketchup.
Yeah. You and your
And I know,
ketchup.
well, it's not even that, but I know like that's a very, very popular dish among
Oh yeah.
like younger kids.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it still slaps to me.
You had me till you got the ketchup, but I get it. I mean, again, you got meat, cheese, ketchup. It all goes together. So before you get all judgy, think about it, right? Hot dog with cheese and ketchup. It's not that weird.
Oh, see, I know, and this isn't like, because going back, if you have listened to this podcast long enough, you'll know we did an episode on stupid food rules. So like,
Yeah.
there are no food rules. Like, we're
No.
not breaking anything, but this is more just like shit that's just like, huh? That's all.
The what I remember, and I think we talked about it on food rules. And obviously there's, for those that haven't figured this out yet, there's a significant age gap between myself and TJ.
14 years.
And so, as I'm a teenager, TJ's younger, and there was this, I'll call it a tradition that TJ did and our sister did when it came to dinner. And I get it. I don't think I ever did it. But mom was, especially back then, mom was pretty traditional mom. It was meat, it was vegetables, it was,
Meat,
pork,
potato, vegetable.
yeah, pork chops, mashed potatoes, mixed veggies, right? And
Well, that's all it was. Meat, potato, veggie.
yeah, and
that
so,
was going to be your basic three.
at some point during dinner, it happened almost every time. I think it was a phase, but at one point during dinner, you guys always looked at dad and
oh my god, I was going to bring this up. I was going to bring this up.
And went,
I would look at my father. I would look at my father and I would have my plate in my hand and I would go, "Dad, will you rile this up for me?"
Will you rile it up? Meaning mix it all together.
Yeah, and he would, and it would just be like a cut up like pork chop or just like the meat and peas and mashed potatoes, all of shit that works fucking great together. But he would grab it and just gladly just mix it all up, and we would just go.
It's like, you know, it's like those people that talk about blending it and drinking it, right? It's the same shit without blending it. And I don't think I ever did. I just kind of looked at it and like, I get it, you know, and I'm not, I mean, you know how some people are that the food on the plate can't touch, no touchy. I don't want no touch.
Oh no, 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 no.
You know, I was never like that, but yeah, there was that phase that you guys went through that you would ask him to rile it up and he'd grab it and mix it up real good. And he took pride in it to get in a good mix. Like it wasn't half-assed. Like there was a good mix there. Every bite had a little bit of something in it.
Yeah, like I literally thought about that this morning. I was like, rile it up. I was like, oh my God, I have to bring that up on the
Yep.
podcast.
Yeah. And again, don't knock it till you've tried it. Because I mean, it was, you know, if we had Polish sausage and sauerkraut and mashed potatoes, it got riled up, you know.
Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and fucking corn.
Yeah.
Riled up.
So yeah, that was one that definitely comes to mind. I would say that in certain ways there's a meal that I love. I don't make it anywhere near as much as I used to. That mom used to make, and it's the most basic meal that when you're making it, you're going, this is not gonna mix. No, this is not gonna work.
Okay, so I want to warn you right now.
Uh-oh.
If you say a certain meal, I'm gonna punch a baby.
I don't know what it is, but
I know.
so don't
that,
punch a
that,
baby.
that's the roulette you decided to play today. So
Well,
continue.
And for me, it's stroganoff.
Okay, I love stroganoff. Whew, thank God.
You know, and I mean, and again, this goes back to, you know, mom feeding 3 kids of various ages, and I mean, granted I'm fat now, but I could always put fucking food away even as a teenager. And we didn't make beef stroganoff back then. We made hamburger stroganoff. We didn't do the beef tips the way a lot of people do. It was hamburger stroganoff, and you made
hamburger stroganoff is fucking delicious.
Yeah. And so you're sitting there and you're making a hamburger, and then, you know, there's the fucking cream of mushroom, and like me, I actually saute my mushrooms down now and then add it all and all that shit. And you're going, what are you doing with all that sour cream? That doesn't go. Oh my God, it's phenomenal. I love stroganoff. I really do.
Oh, so do I. Like, if I see beef stroganoff, like, you give me a choice, like spaghetti or beef stroganoff. Like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love spaghetti.
Yeah.
I'm taking the stroganoff. I'm taking
Yeah.
my chance on that.
Yeah, that's definitely one for me. A lot of people will look at it and be like, "What the hell?" But no, fucking try it.
Mostly because I love mushrooms.
Yep.
And cream of mushroom.
Yep. So yeah, that would be one.
I'm the dude that'll put mushrooms on my pizza. I do not care.
Oh yeah, I love mushrooms. Quite tasty.
So, and you'll understand this maybe next week. So my other one that I had, and I'm sure I can pull some more out, was, so after we would have tacos growing up, there would always be leftovers, and you know, mom would always do, you know, chop up the lettuce, chop up tomatoes, chop up onions, refried beans, you know, meat, the whole nine.
And hand you a block of cheese and go get grating.
Yep. So the rule kind of was, especially like once me and Michaela started to get older, because we would literally fight for the taco leftovers.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the rule is you have to take the container the meat was in, and then everything else goes in there, including the lettuce, the tomato, and then you microwave it. I don't know why, because hot lettuce sucks. But I like it was a competition to see who could get there first.
Yeah.
And whoever got there first was just raw. And it was so fucking good.
To me, it had a lot to do with the way that McCormick taco seasoning that is used. The longer that is there, the better it gets. I mean, don't hold it for 2 weeks. Don't get me wrong, but like when we do tacos here, I can't. My wife doesn't like it. She cooks it a certain way, so I haven't got the only time I use that taco seasoning. And here's this will be another one that I think it's gotten more popular. The first time you hear it, though, you're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And it falls right in line with what you're saying. Is taco soup?
Oh, I would try that.
And you're like taco soup. Wait a minute, but and someone made it a while back, and I got a recipe, and it's fucking easy. I mean, you brown the ground beef like normal, right? Don't season it. Maybe salt and pepper, right? Brown that. I always get low fat ground beef, so I don't have to worry about draining it and all that shit. And then I dump in kidney beans. Not kidney beans, Jesus. I dump in pinto beans.
Pinto beans. I knew what you meant.
Yeah, kidney, wait a minute, that's the wrong fucking ones.
I was just laughing because I went to the store today and I literally grabbed the ground beef with the highest fat content I could find.
Oh yeah. But yeah, dump in pinto beans. I do kidney beans. I do the red kidney beans. 1 can of those.
I was gonna say, tell me you go lighter on those.
Yeah, it's 1 can of everything, really. It's can of corn, can of pintos, rinsed, right? Can of red kidneys, rinsed, and then a can of Rotel, right? Chili and tomatoes.
Yeah.
Stir that up, rile it all up, let it get hot, and then add water, until it covers. And as that gets hot, 2 packages of McCormick taco mix. And here's the one that'll throw you off, but you need it. 1 package of the powdered ranch.
Oh yeah.
And that becomes your broth.
Mm-hmm.
Heat that, get that going, get it mixed really fucking good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then serve it, sprinkle some cheese on it, get some avocado, whatever. Taco soup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's fucking good shit. And you're going, people go, what are you talking about? Trust me, taco soup. It's fucking good. Some people will throw tortilla strips in it to get a little crunch. We don't, but again, you're like, oh my God, you throw this together and it comes out to be something really fucking good.
Well, I'd probably get a spoonful and be like, hot sauce.
Yep.
But along the same lines, it's kind of like off the beaten path. And I have not made this myself. My friend's mom makes it. It's called taco ring. It's literally like
You've had that
circle.
I can actually tell you where you've had that. You probably don't remember.
No, I do remember it. Like it's Chris's mom. Like
no,
she made that.
Well,
no, 100%.
You had it here too, didn't you?
No.
Yeah. Someone I used to date made that.
No, it was a croissant.
Yep.
And bean and taco meat wrapped around, or it was wrapped around it.
Yeah, you get the crescent rolls.
Yeah.
Two cans of the crescent rolls. You make this thing that looks like a fucking sun. Fill the mix, right, with what you're talking about, the taco meat, some cheese, some people do other stuff, and you fold it a certain way and bake it.
Yeah.
That's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, it's incredible, but I know I had it before. I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
She shall not be named on this podcast. but no, like I had this starting when I was like 16.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I had never had it till that person made it.
Like fucking Chris's mom used to make it. She used to like literally go out of her way to invite me over because she knew I liked it so much.
Yeah.
Like you loaded it up with salsa, sour cream. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, and the first you're thinking, what the fuck are you doing with perfectly good taco meat? No, just wait. There's another one. I got introduced to. It's not even a meal. It's a snack.
Okay.
You may have had it. I don't know. And This got started from my ex-wife's aunt. Used to make these things, and lately I've been seeing different variations on shelves, so I'll grab them to see if they can get close, because my ex-wife's aunt's recipe is the shit. And I'm talking about dilly beans. I'm pretty sure you've tried these fucking things.
Well, no, you're the one that introduced me to them when I was down there.
Yeah.
And we gotta go one up here.
Oh, do you? Nice.
We gotta get we gotta, I mean, they're like, and I only do it every so often because they're like fucking $14 a jar.
Actually, let me look at here a second. So for what we're talking about, people, are the easiest description is pickled green beans.
They're pickled green beans, but the kind I get are spicy pickled green beans, and they are fucking phenomenal.
So, show me. I don't. Okay, come on. I'm looking to. Here we go. You guys have Whole Foods there, don't you?
I don't go to fucking Whole Foods.
What's that?
I said, I don't know. I don't go to fucking Whole Foods.
Well, I don't either. Whole Foods, obviously owned by Amazon, and so they're not pickled like dill. Okay, I'm sure there's dill in it, but we're not turning these into fucking hamburger pickles, people.
No, they don't taste like pickles. They're their own unique flavor.
It's got it's got vinegar, it's got cayenne, it's garlic. They're fucking delicious, and especially the way my former aunt-in-law made them. And so I've always been looking for something that got close. And yeah, when you find them, you usually get really skinny jars, like a jar of olives, for some retarded amount of money.
Yeah.
Well, the other day, I found these on Amazon, which is, I'm in Austin, so Whole Foods is a big deal here, and these are ridiculously close to my former in-law's recipe.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that, and that's a big jar too.
Yeah, it's a good size, like mason jar. People
like usually you get the taller, like skinnier jars.
Yeah, no, this has got, and for me, because they delivered it from Whole Foods, it was $10 a jar. Don't get me wrong, it ain't fucking cheap because it's Whole Foods, but you get a decent sized jar. These dilly beans are, if you have a love of pickled things in general, not necessarily, like I said, not necessarily dill, but something vinegary, it's preserved.
How about this?
Those are really fucking good.
How about this? If you like green beans, you're gonna like these.
If you don't like green beans, you'll probably like these because they don't taste like green beans.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I like think about green beans, especially those, because if you get an old jar, yeah, you're probably gonna get like mushy ones. But
these are still crisp, yeah.
Yeah, when they're still crispy and you get that texture and you just get that crunch, oh, so good.
Yeah, quite tasty. I've definitely like them. I've always been kind of a pickled kind of guy. I mean, I love pickles in general.
Oh yeah,
but like, and so here again, weird. And this isn't something you prepare, but like weird snack that I definitely loved when I was younger, and I'll grab one every now and then for nostalgia. But those Hot Mama pickled sausages.
Oh yeah.
Which I know is the weirdest fucking thing. It's a weird flavor, but the heat and the vinegar in it, I like them. Now, those new ones they came out with, those giant Tijuana Mamas that are 400% hot or whatever, those can go fuck themselves. Those are a bit much. That's where you're going for heat without the benefit of actually having flavor. But yeah,
that's just no fun. That's no fun.
Yeah. I got to be in the right mood for it, and I got to, my stomach's got to be prepared. But I'll every now and then, just for nostalgia, grab one. Oh, these were fucking good when I was a kid.
Another thing I was thinking about this morning, and this isn't, I mean, this might be weird to a lot of people. This isn't going to be weird to you. But one thing I really, really miss about Texas is Wag-A-Bag. Why?
They're gone.
because they are.
Those people sold to a different company. They're now called Refuels. They're close to the same, but yeah, Wagabags are pretty much gone.
Well, I just miss Wagabag because I'll remember, and I have tried so hard to so many times replicate this, and I cannot. But I would go in there every morning before I worked and get a sausage, and it was wrapped in a tortilla,
Oh yeah.
and it was just in tin foil, but it was
Oh, yeah.
so fucking good.
Yep. So that'll that'll lead me to one. You're familiar with this. Texans are familiar with this, and it's become more of a trend. But one of those things, especially when I first got here.
Are we about to give kolache love?
No, we're talking about breakfast tacos.
Oh yeah, well, breakfast tacos, but
right?
Kolaches do deserve love.
For most people to think of having tacos for breakfast, you're going, what the fuck? And you go, no, it's eggs. It's, there's a million different combinations, right? But it's, some, generally speaking, it's eggs mixed with something and some cheese on a fucking tortilla.
Eggs, cheese, sausage, bacon, chorizo, all on a tortilla, and it's warm and it's great. And you put hot sauce on it and you shove it in your face, and it's delicious.
And so when my daughter was little, you'll remember this. When my daughter was little, I made breakfast tacos one morning for breakfast, and they had never had breakfast tacos. And it was scrambled eggs, a couple strips of bacon, and cheese. That's all these breakfast tacos were. I had hot sauce, right? And so I made them. Everybody ate except for one of my daughters, who was pissed. I want tacos for breakfast. I don't want that. That's not going to be. And I'm old school because my mother was old school, and it was, you're going to eat what I give you. You're going to sit at the fucking table until you eat it.
Yeah, and it also didn't help her uncle was there, because I was also giving that energy, just going, just fucking try it.
Yeah. And I'm trying to break it down. I'm like, no, you're gonna eat that. You're gonna like it. No, it's throwing a fit. I'm like,
fucking do you like? Try it.
Do you like scrambled eggs? Yes. Do you like bacon? Yes. Do you like cheese? Yes. It's all three things that you like, right?
It's just in a tortilla. That's it.
And I swear she sat there 30 minutes.
I was gonna say half hour at least.
And I was being very parental about it. I was like, nope, it's not happening. You're gonna eat it. You're gonna at least take a bite. And at that point I was like, and no, you're not going to reheat in the microwave either. At this point, you're gonna suffer. Anyway, longer.
If I remember, like
I gave in, and she's like, okay, whatever happened was, it basically wound up being, let me heat it back up, and then of course she tried it and fucking loved it
and went, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and you were sitting there going, yeah, told you.
Yeah, but those, like, our international listeners may not understand breakfast tacos. And let me tell you, for the record, I was kind of that way at first, and then the first ones I ever had were homemade ages and ages ago, and I was like, oh my god, this is a fucking genius idea. And that was your basic, like, regular normal white people breakfast. Like, it was scrambled eggs, it was bacon and cheese, right? Like, okay, don't even get me started on chorizo cooked up, mixed with eggs and cheese, and then some hash browns in there too with some hot sauce. That'll change your fucking life. Like, oh my god. And it, like, if you're in Michigan, you probably know where the fuck chorizo is. Just go get some.
They have it up here. I mean, you got to look for it, but they have it.
But it, especially here where every fucking food truck has got it, and they're making tortillas from scratch. It's not off the shelf. And crazy, you got crazy. There's some out there that have got barbecued brisket in them. There's some out there that basically throw the kitchen sink. It's eggs and sausage and bacon and chorizo and hash browns, and some of them even have put
Jeez.
some,
Yeah, like
some of them even do
that
refried beans in them, and I'm like, that's a stretch for me, but okay, I can see it.
I'm good on the beans, but like you want to throw the kitchen sink, like give me eggs, all the meats, cheese, hash browns,
Yeah,
throw it in a tortilla, give it to me.
yeah.
Full send.
So don't knock it till you try it. But breakfast, it's a thing. It's a thing, and it's a good
And
fucking thing.
and if you are not familiar with this idea and you are intrigued, I would encourage you
Hit
to
the
go to
YouTube.
to go to your local grocery store, buy a pack of tortillas, and scramble some eggs, make up some sausage, maybe make up some bacon too. Get saucy with it. Get a bag of shredded cheese. And then you get everything all cooked up. You warm up that tortilla, put just line it up. Eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese. Fold that motherfucker up and just eat it. And
Yep.
you will thank me.
Yeah, agreed. And it's for some people that's a weird one, but no, try it. If my daughter can sit there for over 30 minutes, she's probably 10, 9 or 10. And to this, like if she doesn't listen, but if she did, she'd be pissed that we're talking about it because she hates it. That she comes out looking that bad in that story.
Well, I mean, you're the one that did it.
Yeah.
You might as
Another
well have
one.
been well, I mean, okay, so for context, like people that live in Texas can't not love breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of a requirement.
Yeah.
So the equivalent I can put it to that I think is gonna kind of be like a nationwide thing is it would have been like her sitting there going, I don't like pizza.
Yeah. And the funnier part was her younger brother and sister were like, just try it. It's good.
They were begging her.
Yeah. Can this be over with, please? This is dumb. Oh.
Well, yeah, because they were sitting there like, Jordan, stop pissing off dad.
Oh. I'll give you another one that it's not even a meal. Hold on. Sorry, excuse me. It's not even a meal, but it's another one of those. It isn't, I guess, could be meal snacks, but it's not something I cook. But I still like, and I know they're fucking horrible for you and everything else, but I still like those I don't know, those fucking frozen burritos you get at HEB. They're like 33 cents a piece. Are they Rita's? I probably got like 3 of them in the freezer right now, but they're just, regular size red hot beef frozen burritos. I think now they're probably 50 cents or 70 cents a piece with inflation, all that. I'll just get 4 of those and throw them in there, and then minute and 20 seconds in the microwave, and you got yourself a tasty little burrito snack.
Quick, easy.
Yep.
Kind of just, it's not gonna like fill you up,
No.
but just kind of it's gonna do you what you need.
You're like, I don't want a full meal, but I need a little something. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like eating
I
half
want
a
to say
sandwich.
it's Rita's. Yeah, I want to say it's Rita's, but I don't know the name. But yeah, frozen section. They're probably 2 for $1 now, or even maybe a little more. But they were like at one point they're like 4 for $1.
Well, I mean, regardless of brand, like every grocery store's got them.
And I'll give you another one right now. And fuck you if you don't like what I'm about to say. I'm actually now kind of craving one. I haven't made one forever. Okay. If you don't fuck, and I know you like these things, but if you're listening to this or watching this and don't like Totino's party pizzas, get the fuck out of my face.
See, I'm not a fan of those anymore.
Oh, come on. Nice. I mean, now they're fucking square.
Okay, and here's the crazy part, right? Like, I'm not a fan of those anymore, but I still to this day fuck with Totino's pizza rolls.
Oh, all day.
Pizza rolls?
All day.
Oh.
Great, one of the greatest snacks invented. But those Totino's party, especially when they were in the box and they were round, and you bake them the way you were told to, not in a pan, on the fucking grate in the oven, and you get that just that crispy crust. Those motherfuckers are good, and now they're bigger and square.
And I'm sure they are, but it's probably like a trigger in my brain. But like if I eat one of those now, like my brain's just gonna go, oh fuck, we have no money.
Hey, we at one point we ate and enjoyed Little Caesars. Okay,
I know, but I
uh,
don't eat it now, and I live in Detroit, and there's literally one like 2 blocks away from me,
yeah.
and I don't go to it.
I've taken to there's, and I've told you about this. I don't know. I don't think you ever ate there before you left. I don't know how new they are. There's a place here now. And it's Detroit style pizza. It's called Via 313, right? Which is the area,
You've told me about it.
which is the area code for Detroit. And you go in, and it's these people that love Detroit style pizza. They go back every year and get research. They're serving Verner's, they're serving Fago, um, and just fucking ridiculously good pizza. It's it's stupid how good this pizza is. So, but some
And
people don't like the whole it's sauce on the top thing, and shut the fuck up, just try it.
see, I like the sauce on the top thing, but as the years have progressed, I've become less and less of a fan of the deep dish style. I
Mm.
want more of like a traditional or even like a thin crust.
Yeah,
That's more up my alley.
what I love about the Detroit style, right? The square, yeah, it's thicker crust, but I just love that crispy cheese that gets to the edge, where you
I
get the
was gonna
cheese
say,
all the
I
way to the
mean,
edge.
the edges are like that makes it all worth it.
Yep.
Like you like that chomp on the crust.
Yeah, and you
Mm.
put some good ingredients together. Yeah, they've got, and they made, it sounded weird. I don't remember what was on it. It was a limited time pizza. They made a dill pickle pizza.
You know, I've been seeing that more and more recently. Like, I feel like pickle pizza is starting to get a lot of traction.
It's the way they did it. I mean, you had the cheese, you had good quality garlic dill slices on it, right? They're the Ruffles style slices are a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
They had a really good dill sauce on it, but then it was a little more upscale. I think it had shaved garlic on it, stuff like that. So it wasn't like opening a jar of
Overwhelmingly
pickle. It wasn't a
pickle.
jar of pickle and grabbing it and shoving that in your mouth. No, but there was definitely a good. It was fucking delicious. It was fucking delicious.
I mean, the first time I saw it was probably last year, and it was through a YouTube video, and it was these two British guys that went, ironically, to the Texas State Fair. And there was a big stand, and it had pizza on a stick. And one of
Mm-hmm.
the pizzas on a stick they got was pickle pizza. And they were like, it is so freaking good. And I was like, what the hell? And then, like you just said, and then I've heard it like a few more times, and I'm just kind of like,
Oh shit, they still got it. I
do
just
I
pulled
need
up
to
the app.
do
So
I need to try this out?
this has dill pickles, provolone, garlic, bacon, dill ranch, fresh cracked pepper, and smoked sea salt.
Yeah, you had me at bacon.
And then I wish I could get a better shot of it, but that's
Yeah.
it's like I kind of want that for dinner now. Um, it's it's fucking tasty. Um, so I again, not necessarily a meal, but a snack that it's got to be done right. I've had it a couple different places that some people are like, what? I think maybe you were once. Um, but if you do it right, chocolate covered bacon.
I've had it.
Um, there's a couple places down here that have made it. The second one was okay, but it was a darker chocolate, so it was a little too bitter. I didn't like it. This other place did it with milk chocolate,
I was gonna say it's got to be milk chocolate.
and let me tell you, that is good shit.
Well, I mean, it's the sweet salty combo. Like if
Yep.
you like sweet and salty, you're
Yep.
gonna like that. Like it's the same reason that I will grab a bag of Lay's potato chips and a bag of M&Ms.
Yep.
And M&Ms, handful of chips.
Oh yeah, and then every year doesn't Better Made come out with the chocolate covered chips too? Christmas time?
I don't know, honestly.
I think they do. But there's just some stuff out there, like those weird meals, whether you're making them or it's a quick grab, that there's something unique for everybody. Some people have that ridiculous, and I certainly did as a kid. My kids certainly have that ridiculous love for pickles in general.
Okay, I'll do you one. And I still do this to this day. And this started, me and Michaela started this. And this started with regular old Better Made potato chips.
Mm.
So what we would do is at first, mom would buy a jar of hot banana peppers.
Oh, I'm in already.
And so we would take the chip, put a banana pepper on.
Oh yeah, I'm in. I love banana.
So then we would finish all the banana peppers. So then you just had the juice. What do we do? Get the chip and the juice.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I still do that to this day, and it's still fucking phenomenal.
Have you tried the I forget who makes them. It's not Miss Vicky's. The pepperoncini flavored chips.
I haven't seen those. They are not up here.
I'll have to see if I can find them still.
I would absolutely try those.
It's like, oh my, you're like, if you like pepperoncinis, it sounds like, oh my god, but they are fucking tasty. They are really good. I'll have to see if I can find them. They're probably at HEB. I mean, anything with pepperoncinis, banana peppers, I am in 1,000,000%. I love. Again, that goes back to the just kind of that love of that vinegary pickled taste, and I know where that comes from 100%. And that was being there they are, being born in the Upper Peninsula, basically across the street from Canada. And
I would literally go to hockey games, like professional hockey games, and I would walk outside of the arena, and across the river would be Canada.
Yep. And one of the things, and you and I have always done this, and the first time I introduced my kids to it, they're like, I don't know, because there's only one place here you can get close. But growing up, going to these hockey games, little kid, I was 6, 7, 8 years old, and we lived next door to it was a little small town. It was the local arena. They had a minor league hockey team, and I was the cute little kid from next door. They let me in, and I'd have a few bucks, and I'd go get me an order of fries from the stadium, and there's you go out by the fries. There was ketchup, there was mustard because there's our stuff there, and there was vinegar.
Yeah.
And the thing was, don't get the ketchup. Fuck the ketchup. Take the vinegar, shake malt vinegar, obviously. Shaky on the fries, and go to town. And the only place you can do that here in Texas is Long John Silver's. They have the malt vinegar. And so I remember taking the kids there, and I'm like, okay, guys, let me show you something that I loved as a kid. Try this. And they weren't big on fish. We always got chicken and fries and hush puppies and coleslaw. And so as we are dishing out the family meals, I told them, just take, you had that round plate with the sections. And I'm like, that one section right there, you leave that empty. Why? That's for vinegar. You'll see. But I just shake it on there, and they're like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. But yeah, some people may not understand that.
Well, and
malt vinegar on fries. And they used to dip the chicken in the malt vinegar too.
Well, and here's the thing. It's like, I don't know why you're so surprised you like that when I literally, no, not you. I'm talking to them.
Oh yeah.
Because I would literally watch all three of you destroy a bag of salt and vinegar chips.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it's so I'm just saying other people that are listening to this may not understand the deliciousness that it, because the way fries absorb shit, the delicious that it is malted vinegar on fries. It's good.
I mean, this is coming from two guys who like vinegar, obviously. So
Yeah.
if you like vinegar, take our advice. If you
Yeah.
don't, run.
If you don't, stick to fucking ketchup, people. For sure.
You want none of this.
I recommend you stay far away. But there's a ton of shit out there that you never know what if you're gonna like it or not. So just give it a whirl. Take a taste. If you don't like it, spit it out, move on, find something else. You never know.
I mean,
think about it this way: the way people are about sushi, right? You're like, raw, fresh, fucking taste it.
Oh man.
What?
Okay. So I had my sushi moment.
Uh-oh.
So I guess there's a perception of me, and I don't think you have this, but the rest of the family seems to think that like I just want to eat the same three things, and then that's just my life. It's just a fucking cycle. But it's really not. I'm the dude over here going, I'm gonna go to this Korean supermarket to see what they have because it's different.
Yeah. Right.
So I was the last time I was over at grandma's while she was still alive. We were all sitting there kind of talking, the family's just kind of talking. We're all just, kind of sitting around. And the topic of sushi comes up. And I'm kind of sitting there just doing one of these, just, and they start talking about sushi and, California roll, blah, blah, blah. Rolls are big, popular.
Yeah.
That's mostly what you'll see in like supermarkets and
Yeah.
stuff. That's a good intro.
Yep.
And so, they start talking about sushi and what they like, and they bring me into it, and Michaela goes, yeah, TJ probably doesn't like sushi. You're wrong. I don't even need a roll. Give me the nigiri. Rice, raw salmon, raw tuna, a little bit of soy sauce, full send.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it's the right fucking tuna.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The right tuna at the right temperature. Yeah. All day long. Not even it's you to me you can't even, it's like it's not, you can't even believe you're eating fish. It's almost like a gel.
It's just good.
Yeah.
It's just good.
Yeah.
So like, and that was my thing. It's like I don't need all like the avocado and the carrot and all. No, just give me the fish and the rice, please.
I can do either one. It's got to be the right nigiri. Don't get me wrong. But there's some quality fucking rolls out there. But I could do either one. Yeah.
I mean, there
Absolutely.
are quality rolls. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not like trying to shit on rolls, but I'm just like, let's cut it down basics, especially because I'm not that big a fan of like Kim or like seaweed or the seaweed wrap.
Yeah.
So like I would rather have like the one strip versus like it wrapped entirely in that.
Yeah, I'm with you there. It's good stuff. I like it. Well, hopefully we hit.
I just thought it was funny that like they had just pegged me. They're like, you don't eat sushi.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys don't fucking know me.
You're like, I eat the fucking sushi. You won't.
Yeah, like there's a sushi place on 13 in Groesbeck I go to all the time. What are you fucking talking about?
Oh, because they figure you're the meat, potato, veggie guy.
No, I'm not. I'm the same dude. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll eat a meat, potato, veggie. I'll also come home and have cereal for dinner.
Again, benefits of being an adult. You do what you want.
Yeah.
let's wrap it up. I got to hit the road here and make my way out to the daughter's place. So that was, hopefully we hit. I mean, we're kind of all over, but it's like there's so much stuff out there, and food is so individual.
Well,
Like
I mean,
some of you
food
heard
is,
me. Go ahead.
go ahead.
I say some of you heard me talk about the hot mama sausage. You're like, fuck you, those were nasty. Hey, some of you
Well,
heard
I
TJ
mean,
talk about nigiri and like, fuck you, you're crazy.
yeah, I know, like they looked at me like I was crazy, but I'm
Yeah.
like, try it. Just try it. Just
And
mm.
and I think that's we all have our no zones, right? Like we all have. There's no fucking way. I'm not doing escargot. I've had my chance. I'm not eating fucking snails. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
not
not
doing
eating.
green pepper.
I'm not doing bell peppers. I'm not doing stuffed bell peppers. I'm not doing bell pepper strips. Not fuck you. No, I'm not doing any of
No.
that. We all have our no zones, but especially in the world we're living in now with all the ingredients and all that kind of shit, just fucking try something. If you don't like it, now you know you don't like it. You didn't lose anything, but you could be missing out on some really good fucking shit.
Yeah, and I understand. Like, I'm not saying go out and like gamble, be like, I'm gonna buy this $45 dish in hopes that I like it. But like if you see something and you're like, what's that about? Fucking try it. That's all I'm saying.
When we did the trip down to the Grand Canyon with the Magnificent Jackass and my dad and his wife and all that, we happened upon a place. It was an Italian place that was known for pizza, but it had been on diners, drive-ins, and dives. And at one point in my career, I was traveling a lot, and I mean like every
Lot,
fucking
lot, lot, lot,
every
lot,
fucking week.
lot, 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 lot,
Yep,
lot,
lot.
lot, 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 lot,
Oh,
lot,
cramp,
lot.
lot.
I'm glad you
Inside
picked that
joke.
up. I'm glad you
Inside
picked
joke.
that up.
Uh, and and one of my things is I was going places is this app doesn't work anymore. There was an app that had all the diners, drive-ins, and dive spots on it, and so I'd say, okay, I'm going to Charleston this week. Where has they been, right? And I've never been disappointed, right? There's been a couple that were pretty fucking basic, like literally the old school drive-ins and stuff like that, where it's burger,
Well, I mean, that's gonna happen.
right? But I've never been disappointed. So we wind up at this Italian place that's known for pizza, and and we we look. It shows on the here's what Guy ate when he was here, and there was this pizza, and I don't remember all the ingredients on it, but everything on that pizza said this should not be on pizza, and it's not going to taste good. It had things like prosciutto, which okay, pistachios, and then I think it was hot honey. So already you're like, what the fuck? And I said, you know what? Because it was on the show and Guy ate it, I'm gonna try it.
I was about to say at that point, like, because I'm in wholeheartedly agreement with you. Like, you said those ingredients, I'm like, mm,
Doesn't sound like it's gonna work.
mm.
No.
But then I go, and Guy we trust.
Yeah. And let me fucking tell you,
It's probably phenomenal.
that pizza was fucking phenomenal. And there was me and the wife and Gabrielle, and then there was Jason and Lynn. There was my sister Jessica and her husband, and then there was my dad and his wife. So there's 8 of us, and they couldn't even put us all at one table, so we're at 2 tables, kind of L shaped to each other. And so I'm eating this pizza, and I'm like, oh my god! And so I go over and I look over, and Jason and Lynn had ordered the same pizza, not even realizing it. And they're like, yeah, did you see that? I'm like, I got the same one. Like, it's fucking good. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And that's my point. Take a shot.
Yeah, just try it. Like, get crazy.
Yep. All right. Like I said, I got to bounce. So,
and maybe it's because I've lived in Austin, but get a little weird. It's all right.
You'd be surprised the weird shit you'd like. All right. What do you got for him?
All right. You know what I got for them. You know what I'm gonna say. Be good to each other, people.
You heard them. Be good to each other, people. Appreciate everyone watching, downloading, listening. And as always, until we meet again.
I'm gonna shit my pants.